What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my tiny garage. My name is Jared, and outside of my shop here tonight, we have my personal tractor. This is a 1980s model Kubota B8200. We brought this over to the shop here today to do a quick little service on it. Nothing too crazy or in depth, but we are going to be changing the oil on this and changing the fuel filter. So let's go ahead and get a cold start ripping for you guys, since I know some of you probably like those cold starts on an old diesel. So we're going to go ahead and get that started, get this pulled in the shop, and get started on the service. It's been a good tractor for me. I've had this for a number of years. Did a lot of work with it that I probably wasn't supposed to, but it's never let me down. It's always done everything I've ever asked of it, and couldn't really be happier with this tractor, to be honest. Give it a little bit of glow plugs, a little bit of throttle, and she should be ready to pop off here. Let's see what she'll do. Got our drain pan down here, all in place, ready to take our drain plug out, get this oil draining. See how bad this looks here. I bet it's probably going to be pretty dark. Yep, pretty black. Kind of what I figured. Clean up our drain plug and we'll let that drain for a little while. While that engine oil is draining out, we can go ahead and pop off our filter and get that working and draining out here. Look at that. On there nice and tight. I have those traditional filter wrenches that kind of you wrap it around, but I really like these 3-jaw ones that go on the end of the filter. I use this on pretty well 99% of anything I can use it on. It's really handy. It kind of fits in a smaller space, and a lot of times you can get this on the top of the filter, but there's ratcheting ones you just can't really get on the side of the filter very well. So I like these. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in picking one up. And yeah, this is what rides with me in the service truck and sticks around here at the shop all the time. Before we put that new filter on, we're going to take a clean rag and we're going to go in here and clean off some of this old oil from the mating surface of the old filter. And once we're happy with how that looks, we're then going to use some new engine oil from the fresh jug that we're going to put back in, and we're going to smear that on the seal of the new filter. So you can see there's a rubber type seal up there. So we're going to take our brand new oil and we're going to stick a clean finger in there, get a little bit of oil on our finger, and we're going to smear that on this rubber O-ring grommet, whatever you want to call it. That will help the filter slide and seal properly as you're turning it on into place. That way it doesn't tear your seal and you're guaranteed to get a nice, firm, clean seal. I always like to write on the filter the date that I changed it and the hours of when I did it. So we're just going to write on that here now. Today's date is May the 8th, 26, and it is 454 hours. Excuse my four. I don't know what it means. There we go. That way we know exactly what it was done last, and anyone else ever looking at it will know also when it was completed. Oil is pretty well drained out, just a little bit of drips here left on it. So we're going to put on our new sealing washer for the drain plug, and we're going to go ahead and put that back up and into place. Once that's all snugged in, we should be ready to add in some new engine oil. We're making a mess already. Cool trick you can do if you don't have a oil funnel handy, but you have a quart of oil. If you cut off the end of this quart of oil, it will give you a very nice funnel. There you go. Nice homemade funnel. Kind of convenient. Works fantastic. It's looking about halfway full right there, but I know it's going to have to fill the filter yet. So I'm going to give it another splash or two, and then we're going to move the tractor over just a little bit so we can get to the fuel filter, and we'll let the oil settle then, and we'll check it one last time. But there's enough in there for me to be safe to move it after I just put another splash or two in there. Right here on the side is the fuel filter canister that we need to get into, but I have often found it just to be easier to take off the side panel of the tractor. You can almost get to it, but it's just a little too tight. Pop the air filter out of the way, make it a little bit easier to get up in here to this one. 4 bolts and the whole panel will come right out. Make this a whole lot easier to get into. This is just a threaded bowl with a filter inside of this, and they offer a petcock lever here that you'll turn, which will shut the fuel off from running out of the tank. So I'm going to grab a paper towel here, and we're just going to turn this lever that direction, which should shut off the fuel from the tank. So from here, we should be ready to loosen up our bolt nut. We can go ahead and drop this whole assembly then right up and out of there. And right here will be our filter, of course. Pop that off. Might be kind of hard to see, but there is a small O-ring up in here on this snout where the fuel filter clips on into place. You got to get in here and pull that off and replace that, or at least it's a good idea to anyway. I think this pick I have might be too big. Let me see if I can get a smaller pick. There we go. There's the old O-ring popped off. Got a nice clean new one. Hopefully my hands aren't in the way here for you. Got you guys upside down so you can see in here. We'll just stretch that new O-ring right up bone into place. Then from here, I'll take the bowl of the filter itself and I'll spray it out with some cleaner. And make sure there's no dirt or anything stuck on the bottom, and rinse that out a few times. Take a clean rag and make sure all that cleaner's out of there. Looking pretty good, looking clean. Yeah, it looks good. All right, let's go back over here to the tractor and we'll get this all put back together. Got our brand new filter. Get this all opened up. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack this valve a little bit to get a little bit of diesel out. I'm just going to run that around up here on that O-ring, so that'll give it a little bit of lubrication as we slip this filter on. Go up in here and we'll push this filter up into place. There we go. Snapped into place, snapped up in there. Last thing then was we take our canister, and there's an O-ring that goes in here that seals the bowl. So we got a brand new O-ring there, and got a little bit of diesel left on my finger here. So we're going to smear that on there, put a little bit of lubrication on that. Once we got our O-ring on, I'm going to put a little bit of diesel fuel on it to get it lubricated up, and then we can't forget our spring. I'm dropping it on the floor. Make sure that's all clean, and that spring drops down into the bottom, and that's what helps keep pressure on this filter to make sure it doesn't drop off. So we're going to go ahead and put our cover back on, and before we start tightening this, I'm actually going to open this fuel a little bit and get this bowl full with some fuel so it starts to overflow like that. That way we don't airlock the system and cause it to run out of fuel. So we got our bowl nice and full with new fuel again. We can go ahead and tighten this up. And then we shouldn't have any issues of the injection pump running dry or in having to reprime the system. There should be minimal, if any, air left in that filter now. Should be able to turn our fuel back on, and I don't see any leaks, so it looks like we should be good to go there with that. All right, let's go ahead and stick our side cover back on. Get our air filter dropped back down into place where that belongs. All right, have this sitting here now for a little while. Let's go ahead and recheck that engine oil. See how we're looking. There should be some up in the filter housing now from running the tractor a little bit, moving it around. So let's see how low we are now. And it looks like we're right about halfway. So probably another few gulps or two of oil, and we should have this thing back to the upper third quarter mark again. There we go. Engine oil is all checked, and that is back to the full level again. We got our fuel filter changed out. We got everything kind of tidied up, and we're gonna call that good for this service. Isn't a whole lot more I need to do to it. I honestly don't use it a whole lot, and to tell you how much I don't use it, it's been, according to that filter, it's been almost 2 years since I changed the oil, which really isn't the best thing ever, but that tells you how much I don't really use it very much. But we've been using a little bit around the house here lately, doing some things, and I figured now would be a good time to get that changed since it's been a while. I got that sludge and everything broke loose in the engine, which makes for a really good oil change. So thanks for stopping by to watch. Hopefully you found the video entertaining or maybe useful. Maybe you have one of these, or if you have a tractor very similar to one of these, they're pretty well all the same, especially on the fuel filter part. That filter style is very common for Kubota, and they call it a separator usually, I think is what they call it, but it's all the same. It's pretty well the same, and you should be able to apply this to a lot of tractors across the board, really. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have one of these old Kubota tractors, and if you like it. I know I really like this one, but let me know your opinion in the comments below. Hit that like button. Doesn't cost you guys a thing, and if you're not subscribed and you like this kind of content, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any future videos that we got coming up for you. And with that, I'm going to get this thing back outside and stored back in the shed where it belongs, so that we have our shop open and free for the next piece of machinery. So I will see you guys in the next video.